Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Gulfstream on a sultry Sunday afternoon and a little warm, beautiful weather. Fast main track, firm turf course. Of course, we got the all-weather Tapeta each and every day that we race here. So there you can see all our
Beautiful
different
shot.
tracks. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Nice shot. And let's get into first. We'll tell you about the Rainbow Six that's happening now.
Yeah, big 350 is our estimate today. There was a single yesterday, by the way, so this is not out of the realm of possibility that somebody could sweep this thing. If you saw it in the finale yesterday, obviously it didn't come to fruition, but look at it. The carryovers at 2:30. It's a Sunday fun day here. Beautiful weather, fast and firm, as Ronnie said. They're going to fire big on this 350, and then we've got some other news to tease as well.
Yeah, we just found out before we came on the air that it'll be mandatory payout in the Rainbow Six next Saturday. And boy, we just got the cut we drew yesterday.
Yeah.
Big full field. So get on there, get your PPs, and start working on that. Once again, next Saturday, mandatory payout in the Rainbow Six with big 11 race card. So just keep that in mind. Hey, but you got a chance to take it down today. And as
No
Brian
doubt about
said,
it.
the last 2 days, we've had a single. They didn't run well, but they were live. That's the main thing. So let's get right into this first race. It's going to be a mile on the turf. These are claimers, Philly 3-year-olds, no scratches, jockey changes. Brian's got an early pick 5 ticket he wants to show you.
Take a look at it now, $36 in the early 5. Very few scratches today. We like that. I've got a single right off the rip in Novalla. Race number 2 will go 2 deep. It's 97 is the order. I'm on towards the outside walking. Testimony. I've got Julie Stormfeld winning the early double, actually. Race 3, it's the 7, and that is Miguel's Bell. We'll show you a replay there. We got a lot of replays to show. We appreciate Bob upstairs, too. Down on the inside with Holiday Fantasy in race 4. Just another Julie Stormfeld. I did not play it that way. I can tell you that. And in race number 5, my long shot is Sword Zero with a capital L at 15-1 on the morning line.
Wow.
As my partner here, by the way, he doesn't like to pat himself on the back. He just texts about it. He is looking to sweep the long shots here for the week. 3 for 3 so far.
3 for 3 so far, so we'll see if we can do it today. But we got some early business to take care of, and I am in total agreement with you with No Valor. 6-time winner on a turf, goes back to the grass today. And, you know, when you're handicapping, you mentioned Julie Stormfeld, you could make a case that she could have won the first 4 races or 3 of the 4 races. So I think it's a logical one here.
Yeah, they bet this barn quite a bit. It's Paco, and these are Jersey connections. And we saw it yesterday, at least early on. I think everybody got the memo in the last 2 turf races. But, boy, was speed good early on. And what does Novalla have, Ronnie? Speed.
Yeah, you like to have that. What about the number 2 in here, Big Band Louisiana, was entered yesterday, going to run today, going to the Fernando Abreu barn after the claim, returning to the turf after setting the pace, finishing second against those claimers going a mile in the 16th. They're good with the claim. They got MSCL Jaramillo at top. I think this is the other half of the expected speed duel in the opener.
When I handicapped this earlier in the week, I was hoping she stayed in and ran yesterday. She did not, so she could be a little problematic, but at least, if nothing else, Novalla is outside her, but they could just pop this field and run 1-2 to the wire.
And the number 3, we have the same triumph there.
Yeah.
You know, comes off the bench for Kathleen O'Connor, hoping to sit in the garden spot. All that pace we mentioned, maybe this one with Fernando Jara sits a good trip in there.
Big drop, but she never wins.
Never wins?
No.
So let's go to race number 2 this afternoon, and that is a 5-furlong sprint on the Tapeta Maiden Claimers. These are 3-year-olds and upward, scratch both. Also eligible entries, number 13, number 14, and Brian has his early pick 4 ticket, so we're going to ticket you all day long.
That's all right. Ronnie's got tickets galore today with that TTP pick 3. Here's a $36 early pick 4. It's just a run back, and it culminates with my long shot there in race number 5, and that is on the outside Sword Zero at 15-1. Coming in from Sam Houston, Ronnie. We'll see what we get today. $36 early pick 4 ticket. No singles. It's in the opener for me. No singles in this sequence.
We don't get many shippers from there.
We do not. That is correct.
Let's go to this second race, and I am in total agreement with you once again with the 9 and 7 walking testimony. Dropping to the 12-5 level, turning back to 5 was good. Who else? Julie Stormfeld at second, Lasix, and second time Paco Lopez.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many horses that are going to get bet in this race. Certainly the 7, but I think the 9 walking testimony now second off the layoff. We've got Paco. We've got a good barn. I showed the stat the other day. Julie Stormfeld has won 10 Tapeta races in the last 3 months, which is pretty remarkable. And there's upside here, Ron, and we'll talk about the 7 in a second. There's no upside whatsoever with the 7.
No, he's turning back slightly, hoping the latest distance change helps produce that elusive maiden victory. 18 starts, no wins, 3 seconds, 4/3. There it is right there.
It's right in front of you, exactly. And I will say this, both of his last 2 races, and he is a 4-year-old facing predominantly 3-year-olds, including our top pick, his last 2 races are much better than these, but boy, you can't trust him at all.
He just doesn't like to win. Nope. Sometimes that happens. So we'll flip the page here, and you can watch me flip my page right here very simply.
A little better today.
Yeah,
you had a little trouble with it yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was a little more, what do you call that, moist?
Moist.
Ooh. So third race, 5.5 furlongs on the Tapeta. Claimers, fillies, 3-year-olds, no scratches, jockey changes. It's an interesting race. We both went with the number 7, Miguel's Bell. I think you got a video you want to show?
Yeah, it's kind of the gang is here, right? Miguel's Bell, My Wife Knows It All, Devil at Midnight's going to split them, actually. This is on March 21st, and here's My Wife Knows It All, who ran very well. Devil at Midnight kind of got compromised a little bit, I feel like, and she ran well too, but I'm just looking for Miguel's Bell with a hot trainer in Carlos David in a race. There's so much speed in here, and I think Miguel's Bell is going to get a little better trip. Tried to come up the fence last time, and that's not really the place to be on the Tapeta. You can kind of see her there. You almost see it. She's kind of stuck in quicksand a little bit, gets off of it and runs on a little bit late. I think she's in a good spot here, Ronnie, from just a little bit off the pace.
You know, the number 4 horse you have a little further down in your ticket is Devil at Midnight. Drops, I think, to a logical level. They're going to take the blinkers off. So they tried a couple of things last time out. The blinkers, the jump up in class did not work. Back where this horse belongs, so I think it's a shot for Melanie Giddings, and I just thought they tried, they took a shot last time.
Yeah, it was on the turf. I mean, that was against a group that she's just not going to play with. It's as simple as that. So much better, but now she is exactly back with her friends here today. She's got the speed. Maybe the blinkers help her settle just a little bit early on. She's certainly a big threat in here.
I didn't use Sugar Treat, and I know that you got this horse is 2-1 on the morning line. It's the morning line favorite. I don't know why I missed this horse. Tell me about it.
Well, this is a pretty big drop here. You look at the races she's been coming out of, and she was in a starter 35 last time. It's Paco, it's Mark Cassie. They're going to bet this horse. I don't know if you have to play her at an underlaid price. Rotundo is in on Thursday, I believe, and Rotundo was pretty good winning that race last time, so they're going to come back to this horse. She's another horse that theoretically on paper there's a lot of speed in here. She could trip out.
Yeah, I missed a couple of those this week. All kidding aside, dropping down, just thought it was, I wanted to watch a race, and they won by like 7 lengths. So, you take your shot. So the race number 4, we'll go to race number 4, and this one is a 1-mile claimer, 4-year-olds and upward. No scratches, jockey changes in here. And I just think it's a lot. Who'd you go on top? You went with the one Holiday Fantasy. We'll talk about that more, and then show belts and boots. That's how we'll do it.
Sure, Holiday Fantasy. I'm on Team Stormfeld today. My goodness, 3 out of 4 here for me to start the card. I like the drop here. I like Edgard. We're going to have to work something out, but you look at the 2 races that he is coming out of. Maybe the Cacciatore race, too, back when he was second was the exception rather than the rule, but the Classify field last time was a pretty good one, too. Big drop for this horse today.
Tough group. When you go to 6,250 open claimers, even though you get raced against better, these are tough races to win. Talking about Belts and Brooks, who I have on top of my ticket, is facing these open claimers, showed fondness for the 1-turn mile. What I like, 5 starts, 2 wins, 3/3, likes the mile, and show.
Well, he was good last time, and this was just on April 11th, so they're going to strike while the iron's hot, and you can see Belts and Brooks here. He's just going to level off very nicely in the lane. This race really was never in doubt. This runs for you is going to run pretty well, but Belts and Brooks, you're going to see him extend here in deep stretch. Now, I will say this. You can see him quick and right here. This runs for you, albeit on 7 days rest. I didn't think ran all that well the other day, but I think Belts and Brooks. Now it's clear now, okay, that the race 2 back was behind Classify and Holiday Fantasy. That group is too tough for him, but when he's with friends here at the claiming level, he's been really good.
And you got the number 2, Alfio, if you like. Peter Walder and Sonny Leone had a couple of wins yesterday. Sonny drops, turns back to mile, blinkers removed. Need to, they're hoping those adjustments help and spark a wake-up call. Peter Waldo limited sampling. He's 30%.
Yeah.
With blinkers off angle. I mean, we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I don't know if those groups at Aqueduct were probably a little better than this field today, but boy, he was getting beaten up and he wasn't really getting bet either. We'll see what we get today.
Well, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will have my Rainbow Six ticket and hopefully a winning one for you guys out there. So we'll be right back.
And they're off.
Win big with new DRF All Access past performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access past performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
We're back here for race number 5, Ron and Brian, and not only the Rainbow Six start here, the Tropical Turf Pick 3 starts here. So first we'll show you my Rainbow Six ticket this afternoon, and guess what? $43.20. We'll talk about this race in a moment. Race number 6, my top pick is the number 8 in there, Great Venezuela. We're going to have a video. Race 7, I got the number 2, Black Belt Barbie on top of my ticket, but there was a scratch in there. That one confused me, so I went 4 deep. Here's my single today, Perhaps Tonight, from Marty Drexler. Just doing a great job. This horse loves the turf, so trying that. Little bit of a tough single there. And race number 9, just too deep with the number 5 horse Crosstown Shootout on top. And in race number 10, I got my long shot in there, and that's the number 11 horse Highland Peak. Bethany Baumgarter and Edwin Gonzalez can break from the outside. So 43.20 for me on this, Brian.
Finale is a doozy, and don't forget, as Ronnie said at the top of the show, mandatory day on Saturday. That card is drawn, 11 races, the last 6 of them, and it is a really strong card. A couple of handicap races in there. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I was just going to glance it through it. I downloaded the PPs this morning. It's going to be great, and the mandatory payout. You know, if we last till end and nobody hits it, it's going to be up there a couple of million, right?
Without a doubt, no doubt.
Well, let's go look at my Tropical Turf ticket now. 4, 5, 6 for me in here with the 4. Just thought these were the logic ones in race number 5. In race number 8, you see my single there, and that is, of course, Perhaps Tonight. Then I got some coverage in the last leg, and that's race number 11. As you mentioned, my long shot is Highland Peak, the 11, but I used the 3, Whiting Field. I used the 5, Sweet Travels. I went a little deep in there. $36 for me. I tried this yesterday, and my single finished the 3rd or 4th, so I'm going to try and do it again today. I really like that horse. I love the connection, so $36 on that particular ticket.
I like it, and this is a bet, a $3 minimum, 15% takeout that has comfortably paid more than the parlay. Always gives a nice return on your investment, so get involved.
Well, you have the number 9 Sword Zero on top of your ticket.
Yeah, this is my long shot. There's a lot of speed in this race. I don't know if this horse is good enough, does have some back class. We make the 3rd start off the long layoff, and that can typically be a horse's best. He's probably looking up at the majority of this field. I do like, though, that a barn that, we're not familiar with around here reaches out for one of our best jockeys in Edwin Gonzalez. Maybe there's a little intent today. Maybe they like this horse a little bit today.
Sorry, Brian, I love the 15-1 in there. But now we have a video we want to show you here between the Rough Draft and Sono di Campione, the Chilean bred. Let's check that one out.
Well, is this the one you alluded to with Jolie Stormfeld? I could have picked this one, too.
Yeah.
You won't have to look hard to find Sonio because he'll be in front in here. The question is, how long can he take him? And he almost took him the entire way last time, but Rough Draft and his tactical speed nailed him on the line. Look at the splits there. He earned it on the front end. He just got a little late in deep stretch. But I'll tell you what, as we saw yesterday, as we saw Friday, as we saw Thursday, this turf course, fast and firm, is playing to speed.
I got those 2 Rough Draft and the Sonio onto my ticket, but I did go with Napoleonic Wars, drop it to the 50 level, gets the Lasix back today after showing early interest in fading. That was in the Grade 3 Canadian turf. Jack Sisterson, Chris Landeros, Gelditston of Warfront. I love the Warfronts on the grass, and I just think this is a logical spot for this horse, and is the morning line favorite. I just think this horse, you got it in second.
Yeah.
That was where I ended up. I just thought the Lasix back and the drop was going to be the key.
Clearly the horse to beat. I mean, he should be the favorite. If he's not, I would be a little worried because this horse has got a lot of class to him. He was in over his head against Emmanuel in that kind of group last time, but boy, is he dropping today, and he's got the right kind of running style. Chris can just settle him early just off the pace, and he will get first run on my pick on some of these closers. Clearly the horse to beat.
Nice race to kick off
Very
all
good
this,
race.
both the Rainbow Six and the Tropical Turf pick 3. So we'll flip the page, and 5.5 furlongs on the Tapeta Starter optional claimer, and this one sort of got attacked by the scratch bug here, and got to lose the 2, the 3, and the 5. So a 5-horse field here, and I ended up always had Great Venezuela on top. Did you?
Yeah, you want to show your
Yeah.
late pick 5 ticket? I mean,
Oh,
you
that's
got
right.
all these
Oh, I got a late
tickets,
pick 5 ticket too. Well, it says Samantha, so I was confused. Yeah. Samantha will be joining us back on Thursday, so don't worry about it. She just had a little bit of a break, well-deserved break. We'll talk about the 6. I think it's 4, 7, and 8 after the scratches. Then race number 7, 3 deep for me. My top pick being in the 2, Black Belt Barbie. There's my single once again, perhaps tonight. Same 2 in race number 9, and in the last race, as I mentioned ad nauseum, my long shot today is the 11 Highland Peak.
Well, you got every right to be ad nauseum with your long shots because they've been white hot.
And as I was saying, going back, I always jump. I have so many tickets to do without Samantha being here. I forget which ones I have. Great Venezuela. Let's show the video.
I think this might be why there's 3 scratches because I don't know who expected Great Venezuela to pop up here, and she is a really nice horse for Victor Barboza Jr. And watch her level off in the lane here. This is in October, okay, and he took a shot in the wait a while. She actually ran very well in the 2-turn turf stakes wait a while as we got the championship meet going. For her to be third behind Ozara, a multiple stakes winner, is pretty impressive, but this is what she wants to do. She wants to run 1 turn and do it on the Tapeta. This post is perfect, and she is just, oh boy, she is good and way better than this group.
Yeah, I was going to make this horse my best bet, but I said I can't. It's just going to be so low. I was in total agreement with everything you said. Lionel Reyes, atop strictly the one to beat in there. I threw for Gridlock, in second, who's open to stay undefeated, sprinting on the Tapeta. First race after the claim he won. He's never been beaten yet. We'll see what we get.
Yeah, I mean, very, very logical if there's going to be an upset. I thought there might be some other speed in here. That's why I swapped it with Laconia, and they ran 1-2 against each other last time, but they're both looking up at Great Venezuela.
Well, let's go to race number 7 this afternoon. 5.5 furlongs on the Tapeta Claimers. These are fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 in life. Scratch the 4, Kozum, and note there's a jockey change on the 1. Make the rider Chris Landaros, and 126, I think it'll be now.
126.
No apprentice allowance. And we also have, do we have a video in here?
We've got a late pick 4. You mind if I show a ticket?
Yeah, go ahead.
I appreciate
that.
that.
I'll let you do it.
I appreciate
I
that.
need a rest anyway.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Best bet time here. So I'm going to single here, and then I'm basically going to use almost everybody in a wildly competitive turf race in race 8. I can't wait to that. I think Ronnie said he's got his best bet, which is awesome because I'm going 7 deep in this race.
Wow.
He gets leverage on me there. In race number 9, I've got the 5 on top, a good one on the Tapeta. Crosstown Shootout is going to go at it with hope in him, the house horse. Crosstown coming in from Kentucky and Turfway. And in race number 10, I have got the 8 Rapscallion on top. Boy, the finale is competitive as well.
Yeah,
Our turf racing today is phenomenal, and this is a $21 late 4 ticket for me.
Well, your second single in here, is Black Belt Barbie. Has his claimant tag sliced in half, comes out of a pretty good race, produced a couple of next out winners. They're putting blinkers on today.
Yeah, Rotown went up to Keeneland and won for Brian Lynch. Rotown runs on anything. Turf, dirt, long, short, Tapeta, whatever. She's won 4 in a row. Admissible came back to win as well. Pete freshens this one up, this daughter of Anchor Down. The drop doesn't worry me at all. Blinkers go on as well, and I kind of think it's the old all systems go angle here.
Yeah, I had the 3 a little further down. I see it's the morning line favorite in here, but, of course, there's a scratch in this race and everything like that. And, just maiden win took so long to break its maiden. I got it on the ticket. I saved them my Rainbow Six because it is 3. I thought maybe he can jump up and win again.
Yeah, I made her favor because the win last time was a fast one. She won. Nobody else has really done that, and they bet her last time, too. the other thing about this race too is I don't really know who else you can bet in here. Not a lot going on here.
Let's go to race number 8, mile and 16th on the turf. This is the first start of the Coast to Coast. Did we mention the Coast to Coast today?
We just did.
We just did. It starts here. This is leg A. Of course, it's with California, and it's a great wager. And as you mentioned yesterday, it was in that tight window,
Yes.
so we'll see how it is today. So make sure you write that down. This is where the Coast to Coast is going to start. Mile and 16th on the turf. It's an allowance optional claimer for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up. No scratches in here. And my single in here is right on top, and perhaps tonight. This is what I'm going with the whole day. Marty Drexler, excuse me. And you had a video you wanted to show.
Well, this is her running really well. This is on her turf race 2 back, and she did run well. Go Big Green Girl, who didn't win the other day for you, was a little compromised in that race the other day because of the turf course, I think. But she had come in off 2 straight on the turf. Perhaps tonight is the 5 horse here, leveling off nicely. She's just going to miss to Go Big Green, excuse me.
Right.
And this was a good effort. Ron, I don't know, maybe I got the line totally wrong, but my point is that there are 9 horses in this race. All of them are between 4 and 12 to 1. It is an impossibly difficult race.
And you saw who beat that horse last time out on the grass, Go Big Green, who was my single the other day, who didn't run that. Did win? No, didn't
she
run.
ran second, but
she
was
second.
compromised
Yeah.
by she ran very well.
She did run very well, and so you can add that to yours. Now, you did go with the inside horse, number 1, Jan's Girl. So Jan's Girl, I think, has a shot in here to be competitive.
Well, back on turf for Laura Cesares, who popped the other day for you as your first long shot to start the week off. We showed the stat the other day. Laura's about 25% to PETA to turf. This horse has got good turf races to fall back on. She's well drawn. She's tactical. We'll have to work something out from down in there, but I just felt this was an impossibly difficult race to handicap and make picks for. That's why I went 7 deep. I want as much coverage as possible.
And what did you see with Riding Pretty, a horse I did not use on my ticket at all, and this one 4 to 1. I don't know if I missed it or not.
Well, Riding Pretty's, she's the best horse in this race. You look at the races she's come out of. They never bet her. Maybe they won't today. We've talked about Eddie Owens Jr. and we saw him here a couple of times yesterday in races. This is a massive, massive class drop. The race she came out of last time, it was essentially a stakes race. Sweet Danny Girl and certainly Papilio are graded stakes caliber horses that have won multiple stakes on the turf, and she's beaten 3.5 lengths by them. She's the horse to beat today. I don't know what that means when we run this race, but I do feel like she's the best horse here.
Yeah, I mean, she was big prices in those races, so people shy away from that. But they don't realize the class, it is, and maybe that's what I was thinking when I did. You got the 5 in there, which I like a lot. So let's go to race number 9 this afternoon. And race number 9 is going to be a 5-furlong sprint on the PETA starter optional claimer. Now, we did have a couple of scratches in here with the 4 Fast Fixer and the number 6 No Deliberation. And we both have the number 5 Crosstown Shootout. And here's a video for you.
Yeah, let's check this out now. Coming down from Turfway. Bob, good work here. We appreciate it. Bob had to dig for this one, so I thank you, Bob. Going for 4 straight here. This is at Turfway with Jesus Esquivel. Safi claims him. Ken Ramsey, the owner. These guys, as we all know, are as sharp as anyone. And what do? Bring this horse immediately down here. He's in a spot where he can't be claimed as he goes for 4 in a row. He is up against it today. I will say that because the house horse Hope in Him is freakishly fast.
Yeah.
This horse was going 6.5 at Turfway, but look at how he levels off in the lane. And again, Safi and Ken, no, we don't have 6.5 here. We have 5 and 5.5 on the Tapeta. And they claim him and bring him down. I think that's significant, and I think he just rolls again here today for 4 in a row.
Yeah, Edgar will be in the saddle. So, and Safi's 27, 28% with new claims. I went to the inside horse in second. You have further down Hilarious Affair in it for the $20,000 tag, and the starter optional claim. It drops after shipping from Woodbine. finished that slow starting fifth, beating 2 lengths against 50 starters. You mentioned Marty. He seems to be putting all his horses in for a tag to get a little up on. And he has Lionel Reyes named to oversee that inside post.
Yeah, here's the thing with this horse. That was his first start ever at Gulfstream last time. You've heard Samantha and I and even Ron talk about this time and time again. The Woodbine horses, they always seem to need a race here to get acclimated. It's a sharper, shorter trip, a tighter track as well. So he's got it behind him now, if nothing else.
Boy, hoping him. Just, I'm looking back. I don't know why I have this horse in fourth. He's so fast. And, what he did last time was just go. That was as simple as it was, go a gate open and he drew off.
Yeah, he went 44.97. He went 44-4. Hoping him can't run any slower than that. That is, he was 1 to 100 in this race when they put that up, because Hoping him, as you can see, can shade 43 seconds.
Yeah.
He will be in front. They'll have to run him down. I don't want to say I'm leery of him. I just feel like that race last time almost doesn't count because he's going to have to run faster today.
You have to run faster.
They gave it to him last
Interesting.
time.
I'm looking down, say, well, this is, synthetic this afternoon. He runs good on all surfaces, so we'll see how he does today.
Barry Croft's done Barry Croft's done such a good job with that horse.
Yeah, he's had him around. He's run great races with that horse. We're going to flip the page. Mile in the 16th on the turf. Maiden Claimers. This is our nightcap, and this one is, leg B in the coast to coast. We already have to have your tickets in. 11 in the field, and as Brian mentioned, what a tough race to try and figure out in here. Maybe this video of his Sugar It's Eli and Rapscallion will help us out.
Well, I think you're going to see Rapscallion here now. He's going to be the 5 horse, and you're going to see him loaded on the far turn with Irad, and he's just got nowhere to go here. He's about ready to jump over horses. And there is no seam here. Irad is trying to buy his time. Here's Sugar and Eli. Sugar It's Eli round and looping him here. He ran fine, but that's not the point of this video. It's the point is Rapscallion never got a fair chance in this race. Now he's okay, but the real running had already begun, and I don't really think he was enamored coming through there. First run to the winner. Live high, live low with the Redham Silks there. Rapscallion today with clean ground and clear running. I'd like to take my shot with him.
Yeah, so they run on top. I got a little further down. I got my 11 on top, as I mentioned, Hunter Peak. Now in the Bethany Baumgartner barn. It's a gelded son of Arrogate. He's returning to turf. He's had trouble in each of his races. He encountered trouble in the second consecutive race when he was checked. He was forced to close 7 wide. That was against maiden special weight runners going a mile in the 16th on the Tapeta. Edwin Gonzalez rides. I just think that this is a good spot for this horse. Just going to have to carve out a trip. You mentioned Edwin, good rider here. Yeah. And I just think this horse on the outside with a sharp break, not stuck down on the inside, may be able to spring the upset.
Yeah, it's possible. At least he gets a mile and a 16, so it's not that bad a post as if it was a mile or 7.5. I don't know what they're going to do with this horse. They haven't bet him in either start today. As Ronnie said, it is a drop. It's a tough post. It's a wide open race.
Whiting Field is who we both have in second, and this one, of course, Rohan Crichton, and was favored last time out and beat a neck in that race.
Yeah, if the dropper, the 2 wasn't in here, he'd be a huge favorite. I mean, he ran big last time off the claim for Rohan, which we know how potent he is. He's going to be in front. He's got a big figure staring at you. Joe Bravo has had a very strong start to the Royal Palm meet. They're going to have to run him down.
Sweet Travels on the drop for Mike Trombetta, who does an excellent job, and this horse looks like it's in a logical spot. You're getting one of our leading riders, Edgar Zayas, in the saddle.
Yeah, he's fine. He didn't run last time, but that was too tough for him, so I think he's back with a group he's supposed to like today. And the last time he was in against this kind, he was in a bad post. I don't know what they're going to do with Mo Caliente. You didn't use him at all. Huge dropper here. The maiden special weights to now for 35. First time with George Weaver. That's a very successful move. How about George, Ronnie? 5 for 9. Special weight to maiden claiming on the drop. They're going to send it in on this horse, I would think.
Yeah, Luca Panici he's won a couple of races over the last few days, so excellent way to end the card and the weekend just in the betting, because we'll be here throughout the afternoon. And as we mentioned, lots of exciting things going on here today. Fast Main Track Firm Turf. Mandatory payout next Saturday in the Rainbow Six, so mark that down. I'm going to write it on my wrist so I don't forget.
Okay.
We'll get the lightning round.
We got the lightning round. Yeah. So you had that on your wrist, and you forgot that. Though, so now I'm a little worried. If you didn't see yesterday, our sister track up at Maryland, Laurel, getting ready for the Preakness at Pimlico, had their kind of preview card yesterday, and the Tessio was won by Copper Tax. Thank you guys on the late submission here, Bob and everybody. Appreciate it. Copper Tax is going to gut this out because Speediness was loose and looked gone on the far turn, but the 9 furlongs caught up with him. Copper Tax extending and running on. This is an automatic qualifier for the second leg of the Triple Crown, the Preakness, and he is in if they should so choose to be so.
And if you go back and look at that race, don't forget to look at the start. That horse went right to his knees.
You said that.
Bad break, and he was last. And so not only do you see him closing the stretch, he had to carve out a trip after. Here, you want to call it a stumble. It was a pretty decent stumble,
Yeah,
so you'll
without a
see it
doubt.
when you look at the replays in this. So that was pretty good.
Next, we have the Taste of the Track, which has been wildly successful. And these typically sell out. So we wanted to pump this one last time. It's going to be next Saturday, the 27th. It's the Rum and Caribbean Festival upstairs. The food is great. I've been told that the drinks are great, too. I can't comment on that, but I can on the food. And this is a lot of fun. It's a good atmosphere up there. And get your tickets early because, like I said, it does sell out.
You can't comment on the drinks because it's during racing time.
Well, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd have a lot of comments.
Coast to Coast, as we mentioned, starts today right here at Gulfstream Park.
Yeah, with our sister track back and running, opening weekend out at Santa Anita. Here we go now, about 2 hours and 15 minutes to wrap this thing up. 2 here and 3 at Santa Anita. They had a big card yesterday previewing the Gold Cup at Santa Anita, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And they featured Californian yesterday and a bunch of other stakes races. So here you go here today on $1 minimum, 15% takeout. What's the matter with that? Great for the better.
I think Golden Gate's going to have a big day, too, up there.
Okay.
Maybe next Saturday or something like that. One of those days there, so we'll check on that. But right now, your best bet.
Yeah, my best bet is I always there we go. Black Belt Barbie, right in the thick of the rainbow and the late 5 and the 4.
Well, mine is in race number 8, and it's perhaps tonight 9-2, and it's a bit of a stretch to single that horse in that great race, but hey, I'm taking a shot. Your long shot today comes in race
5 to me on the outside on the turf, and that is Sword Zero.
Sword Zero. Did you ever watch Zero when you were a kid?
Zorro?
Zorro.
I didn't watch that either, though.
No?
No, I didn't see Zero or Zorro.
My long shot is in race number 11, race number 10, the 11, Highland Peak, 12-1. He's making fun of me. Yeah, he's got to carry this old man a little bit now.
He's going for, like I said, he only texts about it. He doesn't tweet or talk about it. He's going for 4 straight long shots today on the week in the race number 10, and that is no hyperbole or no joke. 4 in a row for this guy. We'll see if we can get it done.
And if you're here locally, come out. Brian loves to meet everybody, as we mention each and every day. He'll tell you what's going on here at Gulfstream Park. He knows all about the mandatory payout. That is next Saturday. So good luck, everybody.